Hello, beautiful people. Top of the morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the show. This is your home girl, your beautiful girl, Ayo. And here today on the session of lifestyle, I have something really, really interesting to discuss with you. But first, before we go into the show, I would like to give a big shout out to all women out there. Happy International Women's Day to you and yours. Shout out to all the women watching us right now. Our mommies, our sisters, our siblings, our girlfriends, and every woman that you know. We are using this medium to say happy International Women's Day to you. And I want you to know that you are more than a woman. But before we go straight into the show today, let's go on a quick break and we will be right back. Welcome back to the show. Like I said, it's World International Women's Day, and with me in the show today is supposed to be a woman to celebrate and commemorate this day together. But then I have come with something really different, and with me in the studio today is one who is not new to the screen, someone that you know, a guy actually. And let's hear about the women from a man's perspective. Welcome to the show. I don't understand what kind of laughter is this.
Happy Women's Day to everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, to Ayo here, to everyone. Happy Women's Day to everyone. The Prime Media, women, everyone around.
Yeah.
And also to my precious, adorable, and mom. I
was actually expecting to say girlfriend.
No.
At least, okay, you don't mention mom. Now, yeah, put the rest. Let them be hearing. Oh, yeah. Listen.
To my sisters out there.
And is that... We're not doing any minute silence.
Okay.
That thing that you don't want to say, you must say it.
So to my mom there, my adorable and precious mom, and to my sister out there, I say happy Women's Day, right?
And to your...
Don't put words in my mouth. Hello.
I should not put words in your mouth. All right, that is not a problem. So, as you all know, it has really not been easy to be a woman. Speaking for myself and considering the theme for this year's International Women's Day that says inspiring the next gender, or inspiring this gender. I think that's the way it's inspiring or something, equipping and inspiring this gender, something like that. I've forgotten the line, and it is reminding me of when I was way younger. I was reminded of how I used to feel like maybe I should have come as a man. No, I will not be working. I will not be washing plates. I will not be doing house chores. I'll just, in those days, my brother would just sit back. He will not even do anything. As a girl, I'm always at the forefront to help my mom in the kitchen, to do one or two things. And I'm always wondering, like, wait, this boy, he no go work, he no get any work to do. And then I was beginning to feel like I should have come as a man. But now, I'm now coming to realize that it is, I am enjoying my own gender. Those things that people used to say, like, women in ministry always end in the kitchen and all of that. No, I have rid myself of all of those mentality and all of that. I am working towards inspiring my world, towards impacting my world, towards being significant, towards being a woman of value and all of that. So if you are to say something about the women right now, what do you think the strengths of the women are? Before we go into our hot topic, what are the strengths that you have noted so far, citing an example from the women around you, your sister, your mom, and those that you have around you? What would you have said?
Well, I would never wish to be born as a woman. You know why? Because I think women are really trying. Because to be a woman truly is not, they used to say that to be a man is not easy. But I also think that we should say to be a woman also is not easy, because when you see what a woman goes through to put things in order at home, when you go to any house as a woman, if you are the only woman there, they expect that you are the one to take care of every house chores and do the washing and everything, and that's how the society see a woman. And also, when it comes to childbearing, giving birth, what they go through to give birth. So all of these things, when you can't see all of this in and say that, well, women are not trying. You can't see all of this and say women are not wonderful people. So thumbs up to all the women.
Yeah, that is it. Okay, I just recalled the theme of the International Women's Day for this year is inspiring inclusion and all of that. And I just want to use this medium to share with my fellow women that gone are the days that you just sit back and feel like becoming a nobody is the next thing, that you don't want to make something out of your life. Gone are those days. Women are doing exploits now, and regardless of the sphere that you find yourself, you can influence people. You don't have to be before a camera like we are doing here. You don't have to hold the mic to the world. You don't have to take any position at the top before you can inspire the world. Where you are, you can inspire the people around you. You can contribute meaningfully to the society. You can do something meaningful and you will be praised for it. So start from the people around you. Inspire the children around you. Inspire your children. Inspire your siblings. Inspire your neighbor. Ensure that you are doing something of value to those that are around you. So we are not majoring on inspiring inclusion here today. We want to look at one odd topic like that, though we are still going to look at it from the women's perspective and from a man's perspective. And the odd question is, marry who you love or love who you marry? That's the odd question. I think it is actually a good one, hearing from a man's perspective. So if you are asked this question, what is your take on marry who you love? Somebody that you love, you can go all out for the person. You are so crazy about the person, like the Gen Z word used to put it, all the baddies. They say, I'm so crazy about this person. You can go all out for this person. Or you should marry somebody that can go all out for you.
Well, it's a tough one anyway.
Okay.
But I will say that if you marry someone that you love and the person doesn't love you, you are not safe. Yeah, why you are not safe? Because there has to be mutuality between the two of you. Otherwise, it will not work. The marriage or the relationship will not work. If you go for someone that you love, and the person doesn't feel the same thing for you, what you feel for them, if they don't have that feeling for you, there is a problem. Do you know, a lady reached out to me. I'm talking about something that happened 2 weeks ago. A lady walked up to me and she was like, my wedding is it's coming up the end of this March. And I was like, wow, that's a nice one. I was congratulating her, and she said that this marriage, she said something that got me. She said, this marriage I'm going to is not as if I love the man. I said, you don't love the man, so why do you want to marry the man? She said she's just tired of being single. She's just tired of she just want to marry that. She's tired of being single. And I was like, I couldn't even say anything, because if it was something that he just started, I would have maybe given her advice or something and say, I don't marry this man. But this one, they have gone to the point of paying bride price on her, doing everything. What else will I tell her? Don't marry. No. So but within me, I was just wondering. So do people? She's not the only one that has taken this step. A lot of people, a lot of ladies out there, and this man loves her. That's where I'm driving at. The man loves her, but she doesn't love this man.
But really, there are actually people that are found in this situation, because I'm like, as you are talking, I'm trying to process it. Like, if I am to answer this question, I won't even pick an option. I won't pick an option like you said, because before you can think of marrying somebody, there has to be mutuality. You love me, I love you too. We decide to marry. It's not that I love you, you don't love me, and I want to marry. One day the other person will become tired. One day that love will wear out. But there are actually some people that, just like this lady now, that's where the reason for marriage comes into play. Sometimes I look at people getting married and I wonder, like, why do you want to marry this person? And somebody says, can't you see that the guy is fine? Can't you see that is this? Can't you see that time is going? Can't you see this? I love her. That's why I'm getting married to her. There has to be that place of agreement between the two of them. But while at the same time, some people claim that when you marry somebody that loves you, even if your head, one boat in your head is about to lose, because of the love that that person has for you, the person will come back. The person will always come back. But my own concern is that you don't love the person, you expect the person to keep coming back. So how will that love be sustained?
And you know, many times when you see that one person is not in love with the other person, it's only one person that has a love and feeling for the person in the relationship. You will see that one person is desperate. You know, the person has to, you know, for instance, if it's the man that loves the lady and the lady doesn't love him back, it will be difficult for the lady to even contribute to the relationship. Or if they eventually get married, for the lady to contribute a significant something to the marriage. So it is always best that there is the same thing, the same feeling that you have for the person. The person should also have the feeling for you. Otherwise, it will not be balanced. If you find out that you are trying to beg her for everything, you beg her for attention.
This thing we are saying is actually vice versa. Whether it is the man that
I'm just trying to use it. Forgive my bias of using it. You know.
So that we are forgiven.
So you find out that the other person is begging for attention. She's begging the man for his attention. He's begging the woman for attention. For instance, the man can say, "Okay, I want to talk to you," and the woman will say, "I'm going out."
I'm begging. But that strike, that chemistry is not there.
But do you know that when you love someone, it's, in fact, you will do some crazy things that unimaginable you will do for the person. The person can say, sit down here, sit down on my lap, and you will do it. Joyfully you will do it because you love the person and you really want to see the person to be offended. So you will literally do everything that the person wants to satisfy the person. So when there is no genuine connection between two of you, one person is in love with one person and the other person is not, reciprocating what that person is doing to them, you will find out that. So it's not it's not the issue of I love this person or this person loves me. If this person is the person that you love doesn't love you back, there's a problem.
But another thing we should also
if the person loves you, do you know there are cases like that. We have found cases of where the person, the lady loves the guy doesn't love her back. And the lady went to the extent of pleading with the guy to marry her. You understand? So imagine that, I was sitting under someone for one marriage this thing, let me say call it a relationship session, and the man that was teaching, he said something. He said, don't marry because of because of emotion. Don't allow your emotions to drive you to marriage. What it means is that sometimes in situations like this where sometimes you just, he said, don't marry because of pity. But sometimes you just marry, this lady has truly loved me.
If I sent me to school, God, all those things.
Because of all those pity, you just marry and say, let me just satisfy the desire of my parent, or let me help this guy, let me help this girl, let me just save her from singleness, from being single, and let me just let her just bear that name of marriage. You know, all of these things, all those things. If those are the reasons why you're married, your marriage cannot, you know, hold anything. Your reason have to go beyond. There has to be genuine love and affection for that marriage or for that relationship to stand.
Well, you know, we are now looking at it on the aspect of love. We are not looking at love alone. If you marry the person that loves you and you don't love the person, yes, we know that one is depression pro max, because this person, you are giving the person sign signal, and the person, me, I've been in a situation that the fact is that I don't like you. You are not giving me any spark. You are not giving me the spark. So there's nothing in this life that you, and women don't know how to. Okay, some women can fake it, but men don't know how to fake it. Men are always very real. I don't love you. See, you are choking me. But women can be laughing. They can pretend for you. They'll be feeling like, because of the money, they are considering other things, other benefits. That, okay, let me use this because of this. After all, he's the father of my children. I've heard cases of women that this one is not even a case of love. It is a case of a pastor saw her, and okay, she attends the church. The pastor called her and told her that this person is your husband, and she, because she respects the man of God so much, she was like, man of God has spoken, let me just go ahead and marry this person. She married the man. They had 4 children. Not for my pastor, I'm not going to marry you. As in, she said, every day that I wake up beside this man, I'll be like, me, natural me, I cannot go to the market and buy you and say I want to marry you, because you don't in any way create the spark, but because somebody said it. So she could still, she still faked it. She could still fake the love because children are there. But in the case of men don't care. Well, I don't love you. There's nothing in this life that you can do about it. I don't love you and everything. Now, that's bringing me to the case of, is love enough to sustain a home? Because I've heard cases of people that they will say, I don't love this woman, but for understanding sake, for the sake of this, for the sake of that, let me continue. At the same time, we have seen people that will say, if not for what this woman has done for me, I would not have considered loving her. Okay. So I'm now asking, is love enough to sustain a home? Because you see that there are cases of also cases that the man say, I love this woman so much, but I cannot forgive her for what she has done. I love this person so much, but with what she has done, I can't let go. Okay.
Love is not all you need to sustain a marriage or a relationship, but love is one of the biggest, criteria that you need. It's one of the biggest thing that you need in marriage to sustain any relationship or marriage. Why did I say so? You know, many times there are many reasons why some people marry. Some people marry because of what they see in that person, or because of because of the things that maybe the lady or the guy has seen in the lady. Maybe she can cook, she can take care of the home, and so she saw all of these qualities in her and decide to marry her. Meanwhile,
what if she cannot cook? Can't love cover for inability?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just giving you that I'm coming back to that. Okay. Because when there are so many people that marry because maybe the lady has some good qualities, but they don't really love that person, but they just admire what the lady is hardworking, the lady can clean, can take care of a home, and that's why they marry her. And you see that there's no genuine connection, there's no genuine love between so love is very important. When there is love, it will settle a lot of things. It will cut off many things that are not necessary. So love is one of the biggest things in relationship or in marriage.
But then there are marriages that they don't start with love, and in the course of the marriage, love begins to grow. There are marriages like that. There are people. What about if you are looking at it from that perspective? What about cases of okay, look at the Muslims now. Some Muslims, the Conquan especially, they don't date. to see that if they love the person. They just do matchmaking, they do courtship, get into the marriage. Then with time, they begin to love the person.
Well, don't you think that is risky? I've heard of a lady who told us, I mean, that she got told her that this is her husband, and eventually, at the beginning of this in the relationship, she didn't love this man because this man was not the kind of person that she wanted. She didn't love the person, and she said that later on in the marriage, it was when she started loving. But to me, I see that as a risk. Why would I marry someone who doesn't love me, believing that the person will later love me in the marriage? What if the person doesn't love me, never get to love me?
So that's why I said that what you're saying right now is the reason why I ask if love is enough. I believe that there are other condiments. Just like when you want to prepare your jollof rice, you need, the major thing that you need is your rice. Every other thing can come into play. There are some things that you can let go of. There are some things that you can maneuver. There are some things that you don't even need at all, even though they are necessaries in making jollof rice, but you just have to add them to it. And there's no how you cook jollof rice without adding salt and maggi.
That's what
every other thing you have to do to make it make sense.
So like just like the instance you gave about cooking a jollof rice, there are things that you can actually cut off and say, I can't, I may not need this thing. They may just be there to add to give a flavor, to give more season to the. But there are things that you cannot cut off. Things like maybe salt or like your season. You cannot cut some of these things. So the same thing you cannot. Other things may not be present in marriage, and the marriage will still work. But you see, when love is not there.
The way you are even hammering on this love is making me to wonder. Like I said before, you can consider other condiments. What about, like, the case of this girl you used? What if she considered that, okay, this guy does not love me, or I don't love the person, but this is God telling me that this is my husband. Okay, understanding the God perspective. Okay, since I have a relationship with God, I know how he speaks to me. Now, God has given me this instruction. Understanding that aspect, that God cannot give me a man I will not love. With time, I will love the person. That is understanding.
Well, when God speaks, but this one, God didn't speak.
So how did she know God to show that to her husband?
Well, okay, the lady I just okay, the one I just mentioned, she said that God showed her that this is her husband, but she didn't love the person. But it was after they got married that she started loving him.
Oh yeah, like that one now. The place of understanding is in play. She understands that with time she is going to start loving the person. So the first key she brought inside is understanding that this thing may not work out now, but it is going to work out later.
I'm not saying that love is all that, and I will not say that.
I'm saying that love should not be the only determiner to know if you can marry a person or if you cannot.
Love is the only requirement that you need for a marriage to work or for a relationship to work. But love is the major one that you need. You may not see, like I said.
So if I see a man now that is fine, has everything that I want, but I do not love the person, I should let go of the man.
Yeah, of course you may want to do that. But see, let me tell you, the first lady I mentioned that wanted that got into this man, and they are about to get married, and she told me that she doesn't love him. This man she's about to marry, I know the man in person. The man is okay, financially he's okay. Most of his family members are not in the country; they are out of it. So it's not as if this man has everything that maybe some ladies out there are looking for. But this lady say, in fact, she later canceled the marriage. As we speak, she later canceled the marriage. She told the man, "Look, I can't do this. If I marry you, I'll just be deceiving you. I don't love you."
Okay, I actually have a contrary opinion to what you have said, but I would like that we go on a quick break now. When we get back, I will now attack you from what you have just said. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
dream. You take me where I never been there. You make my heart go ding-a-ling-a-ling. You are my African. Say you are the girl of my dreams. And you remind me of a thing, and that is the African beauty. Yeah, yeah. So this story go. So this story go. Ooh. See, out of a million, you stand as one, we are standing one. I look into your eyes, and what I see is paradise. You captivated my soul. Now every day I want you more. I cannot deny this feeling that I'm feeling inside. Hey, no one cannot take your place. You cannot take your space. It is a fact I cannot erase. And no, you are the one that makes me smile. Make me float like a boat upon the Nile. Well, you are my African queen. I say you are the girl of my dream. You take me where I never been. You make me want to ding-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, you are my African queen. I say you are the girl of my dream. And you remind me of a thing, and that is the African beauty. Oh.
Remo, Bianca is not for sales.
Thanks for staying with us. Welcome back to the show. Like we have been arguing since, marry who you love or love who you marry. And I, for one, am of the opinion that if you have 10 qualities that you're looking for in a person and you got 8, let's say the remaining 2 is only love and one other thing, but the other qualities are the things you are looking for. But part of the 2 that you couldn't find is love. You should be able to go ahead with that relationship, and with time it will grow.
Well, I see standard. If you find everything yet you can't find love, then run away.
But what about cases of men that they claim to love their wives, women who claim to love their husbands, yet they go out to do what they are not supposed to do?
Well,
So what happened there? You know, there are men that even after the case of cheating, they'll feel like, I don't like what this woman has done, but for something, for patience, for perseverance, they say, okay, I have decided to do or die with this person. I've decided to do, okay, till death, that's what, till death do us part with this person. Now the person is no longer considering love, because if it is love, as soon as that love agreement is breached, you can decide to do and undo. But because you have stayed with this person, you understand that it is circumstance that led to what she have done. Now you are not considering love again. You are considering the sacrifice. You are paying a sacrifice to still continue with the person. So other things should stay. For instance, now somebody sent you to school, or as a lady, somebody sent you to school, paid your school fees, catered for you and everything. The person is coming with a marriage proposal. You don't love this person, but you consider the sacrifice that this person has made for you and say, okay, for this sacrifice that this person has made for me, let me go ahead and settle with the person. That is a perspective of considering that, this person has been of help to me, this person has supported me. Now I don't love the person, but for the fact that this person has supported me in this direction, let me say yes to this person. So this is a perspective where I'm coming from, that you may not love the person at first, but in the long run, love can come into play. By the time you begin to see qualities about the person, you begin to see that, I didn't know that this person is this nice. I didn't know this person is this kind. Okay, looking at kindness as a virtue, that, okay, this guy is kind. Even though I don't love him, but for the fact that he is kind, let me go for him.
Well, I see stand on my my point and my opinion that when you find everything, when you find 9 things out of 10 and love is still not there, I don't think it will work. You know why? Because you see, relationship or marriage is not see, it is a, maybe let me say, the African this thing that makes it look as if money is any. You know that a lot of ladies today that are into relationship, they are there not because they love the person, maybe because of the benefits, because of what they are getting, because of the money. Some of them are being even abused in the relationship or in the marriage, but because of the benefit they are getting.
Some of them did not stay because of the benefit. Though. Some of them are considered, let's say, women who have suffered, labored in that marriage. They have children, and they don't want their children to be raised in a broken home. They decide to stay.
Let's talk about those ones that are not even married yet. Let's talk about those ones that have not, they are married but have not given birth yet.
Okay, look at it from this perspective. There are women who have a knack for intelligent men. And you see that this guy is really intelligent, my spec, the kind of thing you have always longed for. And you say, oh, this guy is intelligent and all of that. Even though I don't love him, but for the fact that he is exhibiting his leadership skill the way he ought to. That's okay, this is one quality. Let me stay. Now look, okay, so I'm so sorry for cutting you short. Okay, let's look at it scripturally. Look at the case of Mary and Joseph, the mother of Jesus. She was betrothed to Joseph, but along the line, Joseph discovered she was pregnant. Now, it is not love that made Joseph went ahead to marry Mary. It is not love at that instance that made him say, okay, let me go ahead and marry this woman because I love her. No, at that point, he considered his relationship with God because God gave him the go ahead.
But the foundation of that relationship was love.
It was love at first. That's why I said if there's something that breach love, that's where that we can liken that to cheating in this time and season. Imagine the woman you're supposed to marry comes and say, "Babe, I'm pregnant," and it's more Holy Ghost that gave me pregnant. So I met with my ex and we did something, and now I'm pregnant. Now, if you want to go ahead and say you want to marry that woman, it is going to be based on something else, not majorly on love. Because any day you look at her, you look at her and say, this woman that's if she can sleep with another man, you think she doesn't love me. Now, if you go ahead and say you want to marry that woman, you are not marrying her on the basis of love. You are marrying her on the basis of sacrifice. That I cannot let her go. I cannot let her to be put to shame. I cannot let people mock her. I cannot go. I don't want her to have bad name. So that was what Joseph considered. His relationship with God came beyond his love for her. That's just my opinion. And there are also other instances. Okay, look at the case of this Samuel's mother in the Bible. What's her name? Anna. The husband could have said, I love her, she's barren, let me continue with her. When she said that she was barren, he went ahead to marry another woman. If love had been enough, he would have considered the love he had for her and say, because of the love I have for you, I won't marry another woman.
There's no mention that it was because his first wife is married. That's why he married her.
But what made him went ahead to marry her? Because he wanted children. Obviously, he does not even love the second woman.
In those days, they had the liberty to marry as many wives as they could. So it's
what stopped Abraham from marrying as many wives as he could? If not that Sarah said, "Go ahead and sleep with my handmaiden." He loved her. That love was enough for him. He didn't consider children. And by the time Abraham went ahead to sleep with Sarah's handmaiden, he didn't love the handmaiden, but because he sacrificed for the woman, for Sarah. So this is it. We can consider sacrifice like, okay, this thing, this guy, okay, look at the case. So, okay, let's also use real-time experience. See this 16-year-old then, Regina Daniel, that got married to a 56-year-old man. People are saying it's because of money, but she has 2 children now. 2 children. She's not even thinking of coming out of the marriage. So you can consider other things. She may have considered that this man, Nebuwoko, is going to be a good father to her children. The children's future are secured. Our own life is secure too. There's no going about. There's not going to be issue of we are hungry today. There's no food to eat. She saw the kind of life she wanted, and she went for it. So even though love may not have been the basis of that marriage, other things are there, and we can see the way they are doing. See, the man bought her a car, a brand new car on Valentine's Day. Now love is coming into play, even though love was not there before. This is a man that has other wives.
Well, I never said that love is everything. Like I said, that love is all that you need to sustain a marriage or to relationship.
But according to you, if love is not there,
I said, yeah, I said, in
we
my
should not
opinion,
consider going ahead.
in my opinion, when everything is there, but you can't find love,
You should run for your life. Shey na love they go dey chop. Do you know? Have you heard cases of women that they're madly in love with their spouses, or boyfriend and girlfriend that are madly in love with each other, and the day there's a crisis, they will just look at themselves and say, how did I manage to fall in love with you, safe? Because of one single mistake. But along the line, they apologize to each other and reconcile. Now, that reconciliation is not as a result of love anymore. That reconciliation came in from somewhere else. Like, even me, I flop. Even me, I make mistake. And even the love I have for myself is not enough to caution me not to make this type of mistake I'm making. But for the fact that I consider that I am human, I am bound to make mistake. Now, let me let go of it.
Wait, let me ask you.
Okay.
In your opinion, what is that the biggest should I call it criteria that you need in a relation to sustain? What do you need most in relationship to sustain maybe a marriage or a relationship?
There are other virtues to watch out for apart from love.
Okay, like what?
Watch out for people that are kind. So those are ways in which people express their love, even though they may not be doing all the physical ceremony and all of that. A person that is kind, down to earth, watch out for you. We always do everything. We go out of their way to see you advance.
Love you will not do all of this.
I bet. So people are naturally kind. There are people that are naturally kind. It's not about love. See, people feel like love is only when you are in a relationship. You are doing everything. People are not like, for somebody like me. If I don't want to know who you are, I can do anything for you. Go hungry. I can go hungry for another person to eat. That is natural kindness. For the fact that I don't even know you from Adam, as I am. So if I see somebody that is handicapped, there's this level of emotions that overwhelm me, because I feel like, oh, I am walking with two legs and this person cannot walk with two legs. That is kindness. Kindness is I don't know that person from Adam. I don't have to love the person naturally as I will love my own sibling, as I will love my blood, to go all out for that person. But because I'm wired like that naturally, I will go all out for somebody I don't know. Talk more of somebody I know. Talk more of somebody I claim to be in love with. Talk more of somebody I have taken that I'm going to get married to this person. So there are other things I will consider: kindness, respect. Does he respect people? Does he respect his sibling? Does he respect his mother? How does he treat his sibling? How does he treat people around him? Does he treat people with dignity? Does he talk to people anyhow?
When there's not a genuine love between partners,
forget that thing. Forget this thing when you talk. Genuine. See, wait. We are not dating. You didn't ask me out, but I respect you for who you are. I will not talk down on you. I will not call you idiot. I will not call you stupid. I will not, because I know you so much, and call you a fool. That is respect. Even though there is nothing between us, that is respect.
Okay, so
one of it.
Let me see what I wanted to say.
Okay.
When there's no genuine love between the two partners, it leads to infidelity.
Infidelity.
You know that.
Okay, it is better to infidelity. How?
Wait.
Okay,
now,
at the rate.
A man married a lady, and she won't allow the man touch her because she's not connected. She doesn't love this man. So she feel like the man has some other qualities, but there's no. He's not the one she loves. And that is why there are cases of infidelity here and there, from the woman angle, from the man angle. Okay, the lady doesn't love him, and she feel she feel irritated when she's having him around her. Do you understand? So you may not look at it. If you look at it deeply, you find out that this thing has a lot. It can affect a marriage, can affect a relationship when there's no. When that love, this thing is not there.
Now, this is what will lead me to the second part of that question: marry who you love or love who you marry. in as much as you didn't marry the person you love, there is a responsibility on you as soon as you say yes I do to keep loving that person. There is a responsibility that regardless of the flaws, regardless of what the person do, regardless of the other part of the person you'll be seeing, you are giving the responsibility as soon as you say yes I do, whether as a man or as a woman, to keep loving that person. Even though the love is not there in the first place, you have put that responsibility on your own neck as you have said yes. That's what, when the man or the woman, or if it is the husband or the wife that says, oh, I want to have sex with you for 1 million years every day, so 23 hours in every 24 hours, because you have said yes I do to that person, and biblically it is written that you have to give that man your body, give that woman your body, the two of which must always be in agreement, except for when you decide to stay away from each other for a particular time. You are devoted to that responsibility. And if they have not said yes I do, you can be misbehaving. And for somebody like me, I would even opt out if I'm not convenient with it. If I'm not convenient with the way the person is treating me, before I say yes I do, I would have opted out. That's why as a person you should even have standard. You should have standard. Like this thing I'm saying, that it may be a standard for some person. Another person may have a different standard. So if you feel like this thing does not work for you, opt out before you do yes I do. Because as soon as you do yes I do, you are mandated to keep to that responsibility.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like now, okay, do you marry somebody and you know that there's a flaw in this person that you cannot accommodate, yet you go ahead and marry this person? You know that this thing, you cannot cope with this thing that this person...
You intentionally set yourself on fire. It's back to what I said before, that if you are not comfortable with it, don't go ahead.
What?
So if you go ahead and marry somebody that has the quality of, for instance, you know that this person is a dirty person, and you went ahead to marry somebody that is dirty, and you are this, you used to say something, I feed you. You are very clean. You like everything clean, the way it is, red, pure, white, the way you let it. And you have seen the signals. You have seen the red flag that this person is dirty. And you went ahead to marry the person. It is your cross to bear. Nobody forced you. Nobody put rope on your neck and say, yeah, I must marry this person. So if you feel love is your own criteria to marry a person, like you have to be madly in love with each other, and this person is not madly in love with you, don't go ahead. And if you have now gone ahead, you have married the person, you are mandated with that responsibility to say that, no, I have to keep loving this woman. She get crazy for her, she will break bottle. You have to keep loving her. Now your cross is your cross to carry, as long as you have said, yes, I do. That is it.
Okay.
So any other thing to that? So dear viewers, I hope I have not broken any table. Like I said, I'm just sharing my opinion, and he has heard his opinion. And to create a balance, if you feel love is your own criteria to marry a person, don't shake your standard for anything. Also because she's beautiful, he has money, you want to go ahead, yet you don't love the person. That's the balance. Don't go ahead. And if you feel like this person has clicked 8 out of 10% of the things you are watching out for, and love is not part of the things that he has clicked, you can, if you feel you are okay with it, you are satisfied with it, you can go ahead and do that. Nobody is beating anybody, nobody is tying anybody's neck. But the thing you should just have at the back of your mind is that as soon as you say yes I do, you are mandated to keep loving that person you have married. Love does not end on the wedding day. I'm in love with this person, I got married to her, I got married to him. It continues as you are seeing the different part of, because as soon as you get married, you'll be seeing different part of the person you are married with. You see their crazy side, you see their mad side, you see their holy side, you see their dirty side, you see their clean side. You know, one thing that used to amaze me, that I'm wondering, with the way I am, I'm wondering the day when I'll get married, my husband will be in the toilet. You know, that kind of smell that you'll be perceiving. I'm like, God, even my own shit safe at the So that is it. You have signed it. You'll be perceiving that smell for the rest of your life. So if you know you're not going to be comfortable with something, don't go ahead with it. And this is where we'll call it a quit for today. But if you have a contrary opinion, different from what we have shared with you in the studio today, you can do well to drop it in the comment section. Yes, do well to visit our Facebook page at Prime Media TV to drop your comments on this post. And if you're watching us on Instagram, do well to drop your comments on Prime Media Studios. If you're watching us on the website at enginespeak.com, drop your opinion. And also, you can view us on YouTube at Engine Speak. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us till this time. Till I come your way again, I am Ayo, and do have a great day.